Yeah, welcome to my channel. If you're here for the first time, kindly hit the subscribe button. We're talking about the impact of the global event on forex market. Okay, I remain my humble self, Extra Cash. But we are going to dissect the impact of the event that happens globally on the forex market. Okay, it is necessary as a financial trader for you to be abreast with the developments that happens globally. It will be necessary you are updated so you would know the direction you should be going to. Okay, for those of us that live straight over the weekend, it is better you also get yourself acquainted with what is happening in a global stage. Okay, the global event has serious impact on the market, more especially financially, economically, and otherwise. Okay, so global event really has to do with, let's say, like war. War has a way of affecting the forex market. Like, just for instance, anytime you see two countries fighting, their economy suffers. And remember, you're a financial trader, so you are trading one currency against the other. Okay, or you are trading one asset as against the other. Okay, it is necessary you pay attention to this war. Whenever you hear rumors of war, just be wary. Okay, just for instance, if we talk about the impact it has on the market, let's say when we are talking about, if maybe say US is fighting war with any country, anytime they hit US, the US dollar drops. Okay, anytime they hit a particular country with, maybe let's say, bomb or whatever they strike them, the economy of that country goes down. So if US is hit, the economy will drop. So if you're a trader, you shouldn't be buying USD, rather you should be selling. Okay, if they hit, let's say they hit UK, which is London, that uses JPP. So if they hit London or UK, if they hit them, you will observe that JPP will go down. Okay, but there is this thing that is common with war. Okay, whenever you hear stories of war, like of recent we heard Russia and Ukraine fighting, if you observe, their both currency will be suffering seriously. But there is something that is common, and we also heard about of recent Iran and Israel fighting. Those war has a way of impacting the world globally, economically. So it is necessary, but there is something that is very common whenever there is news of war, or whenever there is war. Okay, one thing that is common is that whenever there is a strike, investors panics. Okay, and when they panic, they pull out their investment from so many things and move it to assets that they feel is safe. So what is that asset that people think it is safe? It will be better you watch this video to the end so you can see some of these assets that people feel it is safe to invest money on. Okay, so one of the assets we'll be talking about here is gold. Okay, whenever there is war, people seem to pull out their assets, pull out their investment and invest it on gold. Okay, observe it. Whenever there is a strike anywhere, even the Ukraine, Russia, you will observe that gold will be skyrocketed. Okay, Iran, Israel, you will also observe that the gold is skyrocketing. People are pulling up and they are storing their money, investments on gold. Okay, another asset that people also invest whenever there is news, whenever there is war, is oil. Okay, if a strike takes place and that strike is targeted at any of the oil facilities in the world, that means there will be shortage of production. So those that have available oil will choose to skyrocket their prices because the demand will be high and supply will be low. So if demand is high and supply is low, definitely price will skyrocket, because those that have the oil would definitely hoard it so they can sell higher, because there is shortage. You know, according to OPEC and other regulatory agencies, every oil producing countries are giving quota to supply. So based on these wars, definitely it is going to affect the market. So oil price will definitely go up. So make this observation as a forex trader. It will be clear to you that whenever there is war, oil price goes up. Okay, it's only when there is peace, there is enough supply, maybe there are some economic wars, people are producing excess, so that's the only time you see oil drops. But whenever there is war, more especially if you observe the Iran versus Israel, you will also observe that oil went up, but you can't compare the rate at which it goes up as compared to gold. gold is more certain that whenever there is war any part of the world, people move their assets and transfer it to gold. Okay, so not just oil. So but let's talk about some of this impact. Another impact that if it happens globally, it is going to affect the forex market. We should be talking about elections. Okay, whenever elections are coming up, there seems to be panic. Okay, investors don't know where the new government will be channeling their policies. They don't know if the new government will continue from what the old government, the policies of the previous government, or they are going to come up with new ones. So most times they try to hold back their investment. So that particular country that is having that election, their economy will not be too strong. So let's say there is election in US. During that electioneering campaign, you will observe that the currency will not be doing too well. The current president will be struggling to get back to power. That's if he still has a second term to actually contest. Okay, if he has the opportunity to contest for second term. But you will observe that investors will suspend more investment in the US economy because they feel if the current government did not, if the incumbent government did not win, the new government will definitely want to change some policy. It becomes worse if the incumbent maybe their party did not win. If there is a new party on board that wins an election, there's a tendency that they may not want to continue from the policies of the previous administration. They would want to come up with their own policies because they have different ideology. You know, different political parties have their own ideology. So oftentimes they don't continue from where the previous government, which is maybe apparently the previous party, stopped. So this affects the forex market. If you're a trader, you should be wary of some of these developments. In next videos and more videos, I'll be telling you some other activities that when they happen globally, it will definitely affect the forex market. We'll be talking about pandemic when it has to do with health issues and other options that will be brought up. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. If you have watched up to this point and you have not subscribed, kindly click the subscribe button. Subscribe to our channel. We post news on forex and other things that can help you make money online. I still remember my humble self, Extra Cash. See you in our next video. Bye.